What is going on, guys? We are back in our Nighthawks Relocation Fantasy Draft franchise. It is officially week 1. We just got done with a grueling preseason involving some kind of surprising players jumping up our must-watch list. Some players taking starting jobs that weren't already theirs. And, of course, the unfortunate part of the business, some players getting released. A few that I actually thought would maybe stick around, but no one too crazy. So we'll take a quick look at the team because obviously the official starting lineup is here going up against these Titans in week 1. Javian Hawkins takes the number 1 job with Ty Chandler at number 2, Kylan Hill at number 3, but Kylan Hill being the leading power back as he is by far our best power back. Receiving, I don't think this surprises anyone. Fioko moved his way from maybe number 5 or 6, maybe even off the first 5 or 6, to number 4, which is really impressive. Also has an upgrade point. O-line stayed pretty much the same throughout. I've seen some people talking about Kinley starting somewhere, but the problem with Kinley is not only is he 6'3", but he's 56 speed. He is extremely slow. He's raw. I know he's star development trait, but he's also 25. I mean, I just don't think there's a lot going on there, to be honest. I mean, I'd rather start Walker Little, to be honest, and once again, he's 23, but at least a little bit faster. 56 speed is just barely usable at any position, let alone guard or tackle, but maybe center. Of course, Cole Turner, the starting tight end. Defensively, I don't think a whole lot changed here. I really don't think anything changed. I think we already have pretty much everyone we wanted to start. And obviously, before we do our weekly training and our upgrades, we do have to see what our opponent's roster looks like first. The Titans are actually rocking with Trevor Lawrence, a very solid, high-potential guy. Running back is Chris Carson, a decent power back. Wide receivers, let's see who they have. Cortland Sutton, Devontae Parker, some size for sure. Don't really have to worry too much about them burning past us, but obviously route running is okay, and then the catching, that's the big thing. Trying to get a knockout is going to be tough. Tight end, Gerald Everett, a decent separator, but nothing really too special. Probably going to see some pretty good defenders, which I'm not really sure how to feel about it, but you look at that offense, it's looking pretty damn weak, actually. This is a team that I would probably bet on to be pretty bad as well this year, and I say this as well because we're a part of that squad, but who knows? Maybe we get our first win of this entire franchise already. Because like I said, I mean, we're looking through this, and I'm not seeing a whole lot. Obviously, Vita Vea is going to make it. If it wasn't already impossible to run, very impossible to run. Khalil Mack on the outside, Jayon Brown on the interior, Tyus Bowser, okay. Nice cornerback. Stingley with a lot of potential. Kelvin Joseph with a lot of potential. Byard's a great player. And then Grant Delpit with the size. So with the information we have, I think defending the short pass is going to be the best bet. You can see that they're very, I mean, in general, surprisingly, looking at their passer rating in the pass game, this kind of works. Actually not looking terrible, considering how bad they seem as a passing team. They're not the worst for efficiency. We're going to go with short pass, though. Also allows us to maybe come down a little bit and defend the run on top of it. And speaking of the run game, I'm going to probably look to pass. I think throwing it short is going to be our best bet, if there is a bet, because once again, definitely worried about that pass rush. You got Khalil Mack and then, of course, Vita Vea killing the inside, so this could be a devastating one. I'm not trying to make this too long of an intro, but we do have some upgrades. Caden Stearns is a 72 overall, one of the highest overalls in general on the team, +2 to pursuit, some play rec, nothing super crazy. Ben Barch, obviously an interior guy, so going to be looking at the power. Of course, his face model here compared to real life for that pitcher completely threw me off. I'm going to be honest. You know, maybe I should know what the players look like, but I mean, I've got more important things to worry about. Making billions, baby. Of course, I'm talking about an in-game. That's me in real life, yeah. Sweet, dude. Power rusher, Tyler Shelvin. I mean, he's kind of just a guy that should start because he's just a big man. But obviously, you just can't have 2 giant run-stopping DTs in there. You got to have some potential to potentially pass rush the quarterback. Fioko with some catching, some deep route. I mean, I really just wanted to get speed and release going, but it is what it is. Tommy, we really need this man to develop. This guy has a chance. He's pretty young. He's an opposite style to Mr. Jordan Davis, obviously, but a long, long way to go, and everyone else is kind of just backup, so we'll just let that happen. But speaking of letting things happen, you guys have been the reason why this series has been going day after day after day, is we've been hitting like goals. I can't even remember what yesterday's like goal was. You guys have just been so crazy, I just assumed it was going to be hit. It might have been 400, where I think we're going to go for 500 likes this time. Obviously, I love this series already, but I don't know if I really want to go daily on it, so maybe we'll do another couple of days daily. Probably do a rebuild with an upload tomorrow. We'll see. I don't really want to upload on Friday, though. I know Friday's a day everyone likes to chill. I like to chill as well, I suppose, even though I don't. I literally just don't upload, but I still make videos, so kind of just get ahead of the next day. But, yeah, maybe 500 likes. Do another episode tomorrow. I mean, we're kind of getting a little greedy. Getting a little wild. Also, I don't want to get out of immersion too much more for the entire series, let alone intros, here or there. But what do you guys think about us doing a real-life draft class for this next season as well? Bryce Young and Stroud. I'm 50-50 on it, because not only do I not want every player to just be real life, I do like storylines of, random guys, random names, but also I think the draft classes are pretty trash. I would say that it would be like 20 to 30% accurate based on ratings, devs, and projections. So I'm a little iffy on it. I'd probably rather go CPU. Let me know what you guys think. Even if it was like 99%, straight up real life class is what you guys wanted, I still may go with a CPU, because I just think it's so much fun to have storylines of players that are, generated, and it's more fun that way. But enough of that. Let's get into it. Here we are in Tennessee for the season opener, going up against the Titans with Trevor Lawrence at the starting quarterback spot. Of course, you look at Vita Vea. That's one of the big names in this game to really control this game. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence quarterback. That's really the biggest thing. Anyone could bring up the quarterbacks every single week, but Vita Vea is definitely the biggest non-quarterback factor of the entire game. Both teams, without a doubt. Obviously, we don't really feel super great about our run game in general with the blocks, but it also doesn't help that Vita Vea is an absolute monster. Of course, we're wearing the purple leggings. I don't know if they're really called leggings, but I said it. Obviously, they're wearing some alternates for their home game. Obviously, this is a very big game for the entire league in general. Week one, obviously, in general, but got to get the revenue up, and we're going to try to put on a good show. But, man, it's going to be a tough task. We get the opportunity to kick the ball first, which I suppose for a young team like us that is a bit underdeveloped is probably the best bet. Don't want to be thrown into the fire too early. Then again, the defense may do that all on its own. And they're kind of coming up a little heavy with their formation, so we're going to match them on the other end. Bringing every player up. And Carson, we could have probably shot the gap. And, speaking of shooting the gap, Chris Carson slips the tackle, and the first play goes for 37 yards. I thought it was looking pretty good. Maybe we played a little too conservatively on that, and he just found a wide open lane. And honestly, why not just run it again? It worked out pretty well, and they will. This time we missed the tackle. We try to go for the hit stick, don't get it, and so far 2 for 45. Once again, back-to-back plays where it looked like we had a chance to stop them for a minimal gain, and we just sell inside. Nisraldine misses. Stearns is getting stiff-armed. Carson goes for 9, and so far this has not been the start we've been looking for. Still a long season. Don't worry about it. It's the first drive. Let's not get too pessimistic. And they're going to be doing some motion play, and there you go, Tommy. They actually lose yardage. Going to the tight end on that. I don't know why they decided to get, smart and tricky with it. There's just no point, but glad they did, because we were giving up all the momentum in the world. 2nd and 10 now. Going with Tyndall. It's going to be short plays. We missed hard. Missed the tackle. And, of course, it's going to be a first down. Tyndall's got to hit him there. Once again, we knew that preseason was going to be a different beast. We didn't know what kind of situation, preseason was going to lead us to. And so far, we're definitely... Oh, my Lord. Tommy Togiai is just killing it. First thing to do at halftime is bring him to the locker room and, well, at least ask him how to even pronounce his last name, because I'm not even 100% sure we're doing it right. Tyndall gets blocked up. Tyndall with a huge hit, and Tommy's going to pick it up. That's what we needed. Let's go. Tyndall missing a couple of tackles early, gets the forced fumble, and Tommy Togiai with the recovery after a nice couple of plays against the running back himself. That, my friends, is how you try and win a game against a superior team, which, of course, is going to be pretty much every single week this year. And there's some pressure. Kind of saw Chase Claypool getting passed off there, and it looked like they were kind of not really ready for the pass off, and I was just like, we got to stick it out there. Maybe we could have just went to Cole Turner earlier. Once again, we went for the short pass game, and there goes Mr. Yeboah. Looking good against, I think, Jayon Brown there, who is a superstar, believe it or not, gaining 17 yards. We went for the short pass game. We've got to actually commit to that. And Mr. Tutu Atwell could open it for Claypool, could open it for himself. Let's see. And maybe did have it. I don't think we're going to hit this. We're going to try, and yeah, not a great throw. Chase had to kind of dive for that one. I want to run the ball, but once again, you could see they are absolutely begging us to throw it. 2nd and 10. Javian Hawkins is going to try to cut it back. Gains about 2. Just like I thought would happen on a run call, we're going to be behind the sticks quite a bit. 3rd and 8 now. They have the inside leverage on the left side. Not really on Turner. I'm trying to debate. Sky Moore going deep. That looked like cover 2, but it doesn't matter whether it is or not, as Sky Moore comes down with it, gets just enough separation. Kellen Mond with a delivery. That is an amazing throw. Of course, they're going to challenge us because this is a huge play. Not only does it keep the drive alive, but it changes the field position no matter what here. And in my opinion, that looks good. Unless it was bobbled, I think that was just a strike. That is a beauty. Can't look back at the tape, which is fine because we don't really need to, but really wanted to see if that was a cover 2. It looked like it, but the corner looked like he adjusted to it and just ran instead. And we had a lot of room there. Didn't really get the initial block we needed, but we still turned it into 4. Once again, even if it's a 3-man rush, Mr. Vita Vea, when he's out there, even though he isn't right now, is kind of multiple players himself. And cutting back left, Javian Hawkins sees the corner coming off the edge and decides to take as much as he can straight up. It's going to be a gain of about 5. The run game kind of moving, and Vita Vea isn't. He's just kind of superstar. What's going on here? Javian Hawkins up the middle, and oh my lord, did you see Vita Vea there? Did you just see the man? The guy's a nutcase, and I don't understand how he's not a superstar. What's going on? 1st and 10, looking for a screen pass, and we're going to get out there, and Javian Hawkins looking very fluid so far. Gains about 6. So far, it seems like we made the right call with Javian. I'm just going to be honest. I really like this play action, but can you trust the play action weak side? Well, weak side for the quarterback's arm. I don't know. I'm going to go with Cole Turner. They kind of just leave him there, and unfortunately, he's going to be stopped dead basically at the 10, which is pretty awful stuff. Here, they're looking for the tight ends. A little bit Sky Moore. I wish Sky Moore wasn't on that side. We're going to trust him maybe to get behind. I don't think he will, but yeah, maybe he had a chance, and that looks like a potential hold. I'm going to throw on a run again and just not going to get it there. That's going to be a real rough one here in the red zone. 10-yard penalty. Chris Paul, the new man on the team, taking over for Kinley. Once again, Kinley, like I said, is super unathletic, but it doesn't mean that Chris Paul just gets the job because of that, right? So if, well, I mean, I'm going to be honest, it kind of did, but it doesn't mean he's going to keep the job because of it, I suppose I should say. And I would have really loved Claypool there. Just going to have to throw this away. Really would have loved Claypool to keep running that route. He was the only guy that actually won his route, to be honest. Everyone got locked up in man coverage, and now we're going to be looking at a 2nd and goal. Don't completely rule out a Chase Claypool shot. And we're going to go for, who is that? Sky Moore. A little out there for the throw, a little bit out there for the route run as well, but going to be 3rd and goal from the 4 now. And they're going to waste their 2nd and last challenge on this. This is peculiar. Not only is it both against Sky Moore, but it's also both really good athletic plays. And both plays are catches, simply put. Whoa. Oh, I forgot it was 3rd. For some reason, my brain just... I saw 3rd and goal. I was like, huh? But no, it's fine, obviously. It worked. They do have the outs covered. But I'm okay with allowing that because we might be able to use Atwell then or Turner. Let's see what we got. And Turner, it's going to be intercepted. I will admit that corner did make a pretty good play, but not only was it just a late read, it wasn't the greatest read. We had such a good drive. Yeah, I mean, it's just so crazy that the furthest outside boundary corner runs inside. You know, I see this because, like, it's crazy to think, but I do pay attention to every player and where they, like, start up. You know, I don't know, maybe that guy still gets it anyways, the free safety, I think it is, but I don't know, dude. That's just a great play by a youngster, I think. I mean, if we look somewhere else, it's just not going to be a touchdown. Nobody got open, but still, could have been 3. Could have been a field goal, and instead we leave the points off the board. Obviously, we were able to stop them from scoring as well right in the red zone, but you know, we're not really worried too much about what they can do. It's about what we can do. You need to put up points yourself, and you can't do that when you're turning the ball over. No! And there you go, Jordan Davis. The relentlessness of this team. All right, about the worst nightmare you could ask for. 5 wide. And almost picked off. What a play by Stearns. Hawkins potentially going to get the ball. No, we're going to go the play actions. Kind of a fake out. Kind of looking for Turner here. Actually, we're going to throw it there. I didn't know if that was actually set up. I thought it was going to be a fake, but I guess it wasn't. They kind of left it, so we'll go to Sky Moore, who once again is having a pretty good start. 3 for 54. It's not bad. Vita Vea. I feel like running into him is better than running away. And I don't know. I can't tell. We gained 1.5 yards with the read option look. I'm going to run this, but I think we're handing it off every day of the week. There you go. JV and Hawkins trying to make a little cut move. Not a great one, to be fair, but that'll end the first quarter. We're actually running the ball a lot better than I would have expected to start this game out, so they're kind of ready for the out stuff. Let me go to the running back. He's not crazy open, and throw really gives him basically no chance to do anything with it. You know, he's kind of parallel with the sideline there. That's just not a good play for us, unfortunately, losing 3 yards on that one. Close up to us right now. I mean, they just look like they have almost everything perfectly covered. Cole Turner going to try to clear that out for Hawkins. Looking for Chase Claypool. And that's going to be a 1.5. That's going to be intercepted. That's just, I mean, that's really good coverage, though, man. I mean, you can't just throw it just to throw it, but, like, the coverage is just insane. Turner's not open. Claypool's not open. You do have Tutu Atwell underneath. That's going to maybe gain you 5. Probably should take that. Instead, we kind of just force it. I did try to lead it up, but obviously there's a guy right in our face, Vita Vea to be exact, not just some guy, the big guy that you don't want to be tackled by. It's just a really stupid decision, though. There's nothing really else to say about it. As Jordan Davis makes a really good play, getting stiff-armed. Now, once again, we were a little out of position, but good job by Jordan Davis, the big man himself, getting through there, kind of forcing that one. Let's see Drake Jackson off the edge. Not really coming off of any edge, as Chris Carson will be stopped short. Of course, he's breaking almost the first tackle every time, which is really painful, but they're going to go, wow, they're going to go empty. I guess cover 2 last second. I don't feel great about it. Nisraldine, maybe? I knew they were going to go short here. And he's going to, I thought he threw it away. We missed the tackle. Good job by Trevor under pressure to just find Devontae Parker last second. We were covering the flats, though. I don't know if somebody had to cover deep that wasn't supposed to because they were going to give up a huge play, but damn, dude, we actually had him. Get that, Burns. Oh, Burns, no! Patrick Peterson tries to dive, can't get him. It's nearly a first down. That is so bad. Burns breaks off the edge right as the quarterback steps, so he kind of just runs past them. See that so often. Davis, once again, like I said, though. Oh, nice pop to the knee by Stearns. Tyndall's hurt. No, not Tyndall. I thought it was going to be their guy. Chris Carson got popped to the knee. Obviously not the most durable guy in the world. Stearns kind of free balling this. Oh, that is a run. Good job by Burns on that play, but I was kind of ready for the coverage. I didn't even see the run. Bruised ribs. That's okay. You know, stay out as long as you need to. It's a very long season, pal. It doesn't last 1 week. As Jackson kind of gets locked up. And there goes Lawrence again. He's going to slide again. It will leave him short. It's 3rd and, 2. Bring the blitz. Maybe get there. I do like Stearns a lot. He's kind of like a little bullet. Oh, he's going to leave the inside open there. Somebody back up. Wow. There's just nobody in sight. Lawrence is going to get tackled into the end zone, but that's a touchdown. We brought the blitz. Obviously, brought the blitz on the opposite side. He rolled out to the right side. But, man, Trevor Lawrence really utilizing those legs so far. All right, down 7, halfway through the second. Absolutely our game to lose before that touchdown. We really just made too many mistakes. Tutu Atwell on the return. Let's take it to the 24-yard line. Kind of, still maneuvering with what we've got, trying to decide who's the return man or not, because there's just so many players that are so good. But you can see here, Tutu Atwell on this play after a kick return kind of just really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? As Tutu Atwell is trying to cut it out, can't, gains 2 yards. Quick throw to Turner maybe. And that is a great block. And I really want to throw this, but Kellen Mond's going to utilize the legs, and he's just going to go out of bounds. And that's, that was pretty unnecessary. I got to agree. I like it. We haven't hit their quarterback late or anything like that. Maybe it's a little harsh, but hey, we're headed out of bounds. We were giving ourselves up. You could see us kind of run out pretty damn early, and just gave our guy a shove for no reason at all. And here, really good blocking on Tua. Lil Mac kind of grabs us, brings us back. Only 3 yards, but still. And I call them Tua instead of Vita. Let's get some blocks. Well, that's really not good route running. And we had guys just getting pushed off their routes so easily there. We're not going to completely just count out a field goal from even here. Cole Turner, what a throw. Dot on 3rd and 7 while being pressured. That's a beautiful play to continue the drive. Love it. I don't want to throw the running back out in a route, but I really like the fact that he can get open. Once again, under pressure again, but that's going to be a great throw. And Cole Turner, like I said, the guy has really weird athleticism. He's not that overall fast, but he's got some excel. I'll give it to him. Of course, if Yeboah can block his edge, which he doesn't. Oh, chance to bounce. It was about the best he could do. We would have had a chance to score, but Yeboah just went inside for some reason. 5 wide after a run is a bit debatable, but maybe this is what we need to do. We're kind of intersecting, but I do believe Sky Moore's got a chance to the end zone here. And under pressure, really not going to get much going there. With our recent track record here in the red zone, might be time to just go for a screen pass, call it a day. Obviously, you still have a chance to score on it, especially with them bringing the blitz, but we're just not making any progress against this defense. And Javian, no, that's an amazing individual effort. Oh, the lineman couldn't get out there. Nobody saw it but number 22, and he obviously just saved a touchdown. And they almost blocked the damn kick. Not the greatest kick by us, but 7-3, obviously it's pretty much a chip shot. That's rough. That screen pass worked out pretty well. They just saw it coming, of course. Browning. Oh, that is a really good cutback and stiff arm again. Once again, we do have a lot of smaller guys. It's kind of the downside of going for so much athleticism. We don't really have the biggest of players, but what can you do? You're going to be either slow or you're going to be small. Can't have it both ways usually. Here goes Tommy trying to bull rush. He's got the shot. He looks open. Just barely overthrown. Once again, that's not an easy throw to make. Thankfully, he just barely overthrew. That's an easy touchdown. Patrick Peterson got burned. Come on, Davis. On the run. And Trevor Lawrence making some pretty bad plays and decisions. I know the second down play wasn't a bad decision. Oh, I was about to say, I'm going to come back up here because it wouldn't be the smartest thing. Oh, Lord. Ooh, that was a really good play. Wouldn't be the smartest thing to fake it with 4th and inches, but kind of really thought they were just going to go for it or something. That's a pretty doable play. I know it's your own 35, but inches? And there goes Sky Moore on the slant. We're going to be looking for a play-action play. Could be looking for Claypool deep. And I maybe had Turner. We're going to run. And nice slip-off by Kellen Mond. Kellen Mond, very underrated athlete. Looking pretty good here. 2nd and 2. 2-2 Atwell maybe is a shot. We probably did have him. On the run again. 2-2 Atwell. No, don't go up the field. and he's going to lose the ball because he obviously has to jump for it. And now our right tackle is injured. Very athletic guy, huge on top of it. That's not someone we really want to lose, but that's part of the game, unfortunately. We'll be looking for a quick throw to Tutu. And that is just, I mean, number 24 hesitates there. I will say I hesitate as well. I'm not going to throw against Kelvin Joseph again. He's just a freak. It probably needs to come out right here. I did hesitate, but he gets bumped into by Chase, and he still catches it. Darden just got a kick return touchdown for 100 yards. We will absolutely take that. There's no doubt about it. Okay. Actually skipped it too far, and my man's went off. They're double-teaming Brian Burns. And a sack on the other edge for Drake Jackson, the youngster. And honestly, we should be calling a timeout here. It's a little bit of momentum after that kick return touchdown, and obviously not just that, but they are sitting at a 2nd and 17. Tommy, we got a tackle him there. What a tackle by Stearns. 3rd and 12. Stearns, speaking of, makes the tackle again. 32 seconds. Gonna be a punt. Really would like to not throw so many interceptions, as we said. Chase Claypool drops it. Probably not the worst thing for the chance of scoring a touchdown or a field goal before half, but in general, I don't feel great about those chances regardless. So Chase Claypool going to try to open it up deep on that free safety, but more importantly, just trying to catch something, right? And there's Turner. Catches it. Can we maybe hurry up to the line and spike it? We can. 6 seconds left. Why not add an extra interception to the first half total? I mean, there's really no point not to, right? It's double team Mac. Give ourselves a chance at this. And he's going to get it there. There's going to be a penalty. What is this? They're going to say offensive pass interference. I mean, I'll be honest. Tutu's kind of small. We may or may not bump into some guys, but for a second there, I thought they were going to give us a freebie from the 1. I mean, honestly, at that point, you got to kick the field goal. Even though it's the 1-yard line, I don't know, dude. You're only down by 1 if you get the field goal, but that's kind of all irrelevant because here we are in the second half. So we've changed up the game plan. We're still trying to attack the short field, but we're also trying to stop the ground game now, which is definitely something that's been a bit of a troublesome thing for us. Tutu Atwell getting to the 24-yard line. But I will say, after that kick return, I'm thinking Tutu, not that he's getting demoted, but I think it's safe to say we could probably move Tutu just off that spot and just keep him as primary offensive player. And that's a pretty good throw to Chase Claypool. He's going to gain about 7. Once again, I don't think, Mond has played bad. I don't think we've played bad necessarily. I just think there's been some pretty good individual efforts from their defense, as Hawkins is going to use that speed, tries to cut it inside, gets about 4. Gets the first down. Inside handoff against a pretty weak-looking front. I know we're kind of misdirectioning a little bit, but I like the look. And once again, Javian Hawkins comes out of that flying. That's going to be inches. So this is kind of a situation where you're maybe looking for the deep shot. 2-2 on the drag. Maybe Claypool on the double move. We'll see what we can find. And even though, you kind of set it up as the big play, you get a lot with 2-2 anyways on the underneath drag. They kind of seemed like they were actually ready to stop the big play, but either way, they kind of gave up one anyways, even though it wasn't technically a big play throw. We're going to go back to 2-2. He's kind of our gadget player, if you couldn't tell. Only getting any yard there. Pretty good run up by number 22. Number 22 and number 24 so far have been kind of pains in the ains, if you will. The comeback routes, not bad, and Claypool comes down with it. It's a bit of a tough throw. A lot of belief in that play as well. Chase Claypool earning all of that trust, obviously. Bunch of tight ends. I mean, I like a lot of the guys here, but at the same time, they're pretty underdeveloped. Yeboah, a guy I really like on this team, gains 13. And here we are back in the disaster zone. Try to fake him out with Sky Moore. And not bad. Really good play off the edge. And now Tyus Bowser is injured. That kick return touchdown absolutely saved us a bit. It's going to go with the play action. Could be a blitz. They're going to drop everyone off. We're going to go to the tight end. I mean, was looking for 2-2 Atwell there, but he was kind of running into other coverages. 3rd and 2 is not a bad situation to be in. Read option, I don't really like that. I mean, we'll see. And Kellerman gets buried. It wasn't the worst call in the world. I knew Byard was going to read it, though, so we should have audibled out of that. Either way, though, going to be down by 1 point. Once again, maybe a little luck with kick returning. We're not that great of a special teams unit. Maybe better than some of our units, but you know, a little lucky to still be in this game, I will admit. Just a tiny bit. But halfway through the third, anyone's game still. And we're going to potentially be bringing Nisraldine on the blitz. And, I mean, it would have worked, but it kind of ran the ball. And so far, not a bad start for defense. Losing and gaining nothing. Tyndall not in the lineup, actually. I don't know why I thought Tyndall was back in. That was Jabril Cox, actually. And Jordan Davis with a huge pop. I got a little excited there. I can't lie, I got a little excited. I saw the Insta shed and I was like, uh-oh, this could be deadly. And it was a huge hit. And that's pretty good coverage by Tariq Woolen, who almost gets mossed. Once again, they're both pretty evenly sized, but really good job by Tariq Woolen on that deep shot. Not the worst call from Trevor either. Pretty smart by him. Take that shot. Worst comes to worst. It's just a pick that's, you know, downed very far down the field. Hesitated a little bit on that return, but to the 38. All right, 1st and 10. Looking to run the ball again. This time, though, going to Tutu Atwell. As Byard kind of takes the wrong angle, and Tutu shows that deceptive speed of his. Not even really deceptive, but because of his size, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes, I suppose. Sure yarded situation, Javian Hawkins. 2nd and 1, haven't seen much of Kylan Hill, if any. And there's some blocks! Javian Hawkins is gone for 53 yards. That is why I didn't want to bring in Kylan Hill on that play, because he's just not busting that out for a touchdown. The best blocks we've seen all afternoon. Unbelievable. Javian Hawkins just finding that lane and just slipping through. Look at the blocks, dude. I mean, that's just beautiful. And look at Javian just run, dude. I mean, he was gone. They want us to go for 2. I also don't want to set up the pick 6. I really want to throw to Turner, but Sky Moore might be the predetermined. And that is picked off. That was a very close play, though. Trying not to throw on the run. Once again, try to roll out, set the feet. And instead, we just kept running, dude. It may have taken the ultimate luck that anyone's ever seen in their lives, but we have a lead. Savor the moment, boys. That's all I can tell you. Tariq Woolen getting violent in there. Of course, Chris Carson gets to 100, but when you look at how that first half kind of set up, we are absolutely adjusting well in this second. Jabril trying to find the lane. And there goes Chris Carson. And we miss. Should have went a little bit more predictable, and he falls down. Oh, my. A little bit of a turf monster moment here. It's the 29-yard line. Try to pop him with Tyson, and it just didn't work out. And Chris Carson's a pretty stationary guy. We got to back up. That's pretty good adjustment. And Tariq Woolen. I mean, it's been a battle between him and Sutton. You got to admit, Tariq's winning that matchup. It's just not even a question, but I also don't want to get too cocky out here and it's like, oh, yeah, he's winning it? Well, let me just give him a touchdown, you know? Jabril, what a turnaround and really good play there. We miss Sutton winning the mismatch. I think he was against Nisraldine. Of course, Nisraldine, very athletic, you know, safety converted to linebacker, but still, Cortland Sutton's, he's been around a bit. He's been around the block a few years now. 1st and 10 now, a little press. And Trevor's going to find his man. Jabril brings him down for a gain of about 5. Been a very quick drive. The run game's starting to open up a little bit for both teams. I know, once again, before that run, we were actually closing it down more than anything, you know, near the middle of the second into this quarter, but obviously found their room. And Jordan Davis, of course, great job by Drake Jackson, but Jordan Davis working against a double team pushed them all into that spot. I mean, obviously he had a cutback lane, but didn't get to it. Once again, back to Jordan Davis here, 3rd and 4. And Jordan Davis, not quick enough, and Chris Carson's going to finish what he started and regain the lead on top of it. After our failed 2-point conversion, it is going to be their 2-point conversion now, which is going to be really weird if they miss, because it's just like both teams went for 2 points they didn't need. And, wow, it's just a good catch, dude. It's a really good defense, but great catch by Devontae Parker. 2-point conversion is good. We are now down by 3, nearing the start of the 4th. Read option again. Hasn't really been our best situation. Kellen Mond fighting hard, gains about 2. Once again, I'm not saying we're throwing these young quarterbacks to the wolves here, but I almost said to the fish. I'm not sure how that's... Watch out, those goldfish. But, you know, these guys are kind of known for being able to take hits. Yeboah, and it's a missed throw. I could have said missed throw, but then everyone would have been happy that we missed it because it would have been deserved. That's a huge missed opportunity, though. And that is a little underthrown, and Tutu comes up with the catch. Kellen Mond has got to lead him outside there. That will lead to the 4th quarter, though. Speaking of leading things, Kylan Hill also in the lineup. Jeez, that was a close call. Kylan Hill in the lineup, and once again, looking so slow there. 2nd and 9, looking for a potential out route for Sky Moore. He's kind of disappeared a little bit in this game. And there's Tutu Atwell. A little underthrown again and dropped because of it. We got to lead our receivers. We can't have them getting killed like this, man. Kylan Hill down the middle of the field. Chase Claypool. And that's going to be picked off. I mean, there's not much we can do. I mean, we are literally getting insta-shedded with these pass rush attempts every single time. I mean, look at the right tackle. Once again, Brown is probably playing injured. You know, we knew that, but I mean, he just pushed over a 6'8" man. I mean, we're just getting crushed. And I feel this, and I start moving. I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. And we throw pick number 4. I mean, there's just not much you can do as a quarterback, right? Like, it's just, we said it in preseason. You really don't envy the guy who plays quarterback for this team. Number 78 needs to be locked away. He is an actual murderer. He killed Stearns and then worked against a linebacker. Just, I mean, that's just rough. And Togiai. No! Oh, my Lord. First down, Trevor Lawrence. I thought they were going to let him get up for some reason. I was like, ref, are you blind? He obviously gave himself up. This is bad. We really need to stop. And Stearns misses the tackle, but Tyndall, who's back, gets a nice pop on the running back there. Blew that up, but still gained, you know, almost back to the line of scrimmage after what could have been a loss of like 4, which I wouldn't say guarantees the ball back to us, but gives us a really good chance at it. And we got to bring him down with, you know, one try. One of these times, right? All right, 3rd and 8. Try to set this up a little bit. Kind of got that boundary coming out there. Wade. Got a couple of guys covering one player. Tariq! It's going to go for the pick, but I think he was kind of out of bounds the whole play anyways. Field goal is going to be big for them, forcing us to score a touchdown, but it won't completely give us 0 chance to win, right? So, still a good one. But if we're going to be honest, I know they've had their own mistakes as well. We've just given up too many interceptions. You know, we've made too many mistakes to really win this game, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. It's still a chance to win as 2-2 had a little bit of a lane, but of course that will be coming back. But I will say, I know we got the punt return touchdown, but we aren't that great of a return team. You know, if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. To the outside, Kylan Hill not running the cleanest of route. Gains about 5 yards. Gotta wonder if Javian Hawkins maybe got injured at some point, because we're seeing a lot of Kylan Hill. And of course, he's back in here, but still missing a lot of the majority of the snaps. As Kellen Mond's going to roll out to the left. Was looking downfield still, and he's going to gain a decent bit of yards, and that's just maybe not the greatest call in the world. Trying to make a juke move, and he just punched it out. It's just at this point, you know that the guy coming up isn't the most athletic guy. We've already seen a penalty for hitting the quarterback late. This isn't the worst call. You know, I mean, we see that he's not faked out by it. The ball's protected, and he just coughs it up anyways. I know he does tackle him by the arm, and that is kind of an angle that you would fumble the ball on, but, like, really, man? Can we catch a single break? And the worst part is we have caught a lot of breaks. And, yeah, that's just Pre-play, that looked really open. We just gave up the lane with the strong safety. I think this is pretty much wrapped up. Too many giveaways. I mean, I will call them giveaways. They really weren't even takeaways, more than giveaways, to be honest. It's really good coverage with Wade, and there is a wide open man. Patrick Peterson getting torched down to the 2. Honestly, even though, once again, it's really optimistic, the best bet for us to have a chance to win is probably just let him score here. I mean, it's guaranteed 2 possession anyways, so rather give them the score early, maybe get the onside, and good job up the middle by Brian Burns. Obviously, Tyndall kind of forcing that as well, but I think we've made our decision. We're going to try to stop him. I don't think there's really much more to say. That's going to be a throwaway. Good defense. Stearns is a scary man, dude. I'm telling you. He's a guy you don't want to go against. Screw the QB contain. We going for this. Get up there. And he holds on. That's the running back. Chris Carson. Strong hands. Makes a play. But yeah, the defense had a chance, and the offense just put him in so many bad situations. But it's tough. I mean, even when you think it's just easy, you know, maybe go slower down the field next time. But, you know, they just kind of lock up inside. Tutu Atwell gains about 9. And, you know, even if we drive all the way down the field here, it's not really an accurate representation of what we had to play against, because obviously they're going to be probably a little bit more relaxed, as Kylan Hill will gain the first, but not a pretty first down if we're going to be honest. And wow, that is, and it's going to be another fumble. Khalil Mack gets tripped up. Maybe a little bit of a penalty on Kellen Mond for kicking him there, but man, this offensive line. Still, we haven't been great on defense either. We've been good. It's not great as Woolen. Good try. I mean, really good try. Man coverage, not his guy. Turns around, gets a hit on him for a chance at a drop, but not much he could have done there. 38-19. At one point, we were leading 19-15 or whatever, 14. That is long gone. You know, it's not like that I think Kellen Mond should be benched or anything like that, but it is a really brutal showing, I can't lie. As Javian Hawkins, so much room, gains about 8. Yeah, I mean, it's a little inflated. The running numbers weren't that consistent. Quick throw to the outside. Nice little truck / stiff arm move. Sky Moore gets about 7. Maybe looking for Tutu on the drag. Will hit him. Tutu going to try to get out of bounds. It does. That's speed, man. Tutu's a nifty little man. Kellen Mond, obviously a very fast man. Outrunning. Slide. Doesn't slide. Outrunning Khalil Mack there. 6 for 52, but also multiple fumbles. Play action look. We've seen this play earlier. It was okay. And there's a tight end. Cole Turner down to the 3. Can we finish with a touchdown for Kellen Mond? Or just a touchdown in general, I suppose. Wouldn't hurt. Straight line. Wiggle route. We'll see. There goes Sky Moore. It's going to be a late hit on the quarterback, too, I imagine. I mean, there's just no need to play football like that. That's just really, really disrespectful. I mean, at this point, you're able to just coast. And, I mean, they're hitting our quarterback late. Like, I don't know how I feel about that, Titans. Shame on you. And shame on this 2-point, punks. Once again, not an accurate depiction of their defense or how the game is played with their defense. Look at the fullback, whoever that was, just picked that up so nonchalantly. It really is like a big mind game, though. As Tyndall is going to work against it. Kind of miss, but just enough. Just enough. It was third down, but they appear to go for it here, which... Ooh, that was not good. The way we've played, I can't even blame them. And they're going to give him the first down. So we are going to drop our first game of the season. We do put up 27 points, but, you know, one of those touchdowns is a kick return touchdown. Another is a garbage time touchdown. So how well did we actually play? There were obvious positives. The cornerbacks are really good. The safeties weren't terrible. Tackling was a bit of a problem. Defensive line was okay, but the linebackers needed to probably jump up a little bit. Oh, this is kind of cool looking. I don't want to see it, obviously, because it wasn't really a preferable pass game. But, yeah, you know, kicking was decent, I suppose. But overall, blocking was just horrendous. horrendous. Now I'm starting to debate, even though I really do like Jordan Davis, I'm really debating maybe we should have kept pick 1 and just taken a tackle, because both of our tackles right now are just getting mauled out here. Of course, Trevor Lawrence only threw for 72 yards, and they still won the game. That is despicable. Wow, we got to be ashamed of ourselves. I mean, that's insanely low. Like I said, the corners did play well, but you can also attest that they just didn't care to pass the ball. They didn't need to. Chris Carson, 29 attempts for 191 yards. No touchdowns for him, but I mean, that's just brutal to see. Of course, Atwell, 7 for 55. Cole Turner, 7 for 85. Sky Moore, 6 for 76 with a touchdown. Yeboah with a couple of catches. Not a great performance for Chase Claypool. Obviously, the number 1 kind of got a lot of attention. Drake Jackson with a sack. 2 picks for Joseph, 2 for Byard. I mean, we don't like that. We don't like seeing that. Couple of upgrades for some decent performance on the game. Drake Jackson, one of them, obviously, had a couple of decent plays. He was, getting involved, made some pretty good plays on the ground game as well. Sky Moore, very, great, actually. Looking for a lot of things. Release, getting open is just, in general, one of the big things you need to do. Gets to a 70 overall with the deep threats. Upgrade, gets +2 to deep, 1 to release, 1 to catching, 1 to awareness. Deep route, of course, still pretty low. Nick Harris is actually decent as well. Once again, it's hard to pay attention to every lineman, especially when a lot of them are making mistakes. Kind of tend to look at those first. It felt like he was doing a pretty good job holding up for his own, in the double team. The double team worked a lot of time, but it's hard to double team a tackle when the left tackle is getting beat just as much as the right tackle, which, you can't really blame Spencer Brown for getting smoked by Khalil Mack, even in his older age. But Vita Vea is right next to Khalil Mack. If you double team, Khalil, Vita's coming in free, and they did double team Vita a lot in general. So, it's just, what can you do, right? It was just a losing battle. But regardless, we absolutely have to protect the ball better. 6 turnovers is never going to cut it. It's never going to cut it, especially when you're a team that needs those kind of turnovers to be in your favor to even have a chance to win, let alone you giving those away. Obviously, there was positives, there were negatives, and the negatives were just too much to overcome that loss. Of course, going up against the Ravens, 3 straight away games to start the season, which is a bit surprising with, I guess actually it's not surprising because, the ratings for a new league year is going to be pretty high out the gate anyways, so you kind of want to wait it out, and then you're like, hey, look, week 3, week 4, the Nighthawks unveiling their new stadium, their home uniforms and all that, and you got much must-watch football, so it actually kind of makes a lot of sense. But regardless, if you guys enjoy this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. We do a ton of franchise stuff, specifically Nighthawks franchise lately. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, and second channel PK Plays for non-Madden, which I probably haven't uploaded in a couple of days now on there. More than a couple, I'd say. But yeah, tomorrow, if we hit 500 likes, should have this franchise week 2 ready to go. I haven't recorded it. I want to keep every episode as fresh as possible in case there's something I miss. There's like I gotta change someone's number, or you guys want to see a different player starting or something. I want to keep this as fresh as possible. I don't want to record like 8 episodes and then I realize something really small but or easy to make a mistake on but is pretty big I make a mistake on, and I don't want to skip ahead, do scouting, and you're like, please do the real life class, even though I, once again, think the CPU generator is probably the best bet. So, any suggestions you guys give, if I think they're good enough, maybe slap them in. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Should be 100%, well, I wouldn't say 100%, but regardless, either going to be Nighthawks and or a rebuild tomorrow. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video, but until next video, see ya!